You're watching CBS 4 News in high definition.
Denver police officers are caught on tape using excessive force against two women. Now the officers are fired and the women say they're glad. Good evening, I'm Jen Hollenbach. The incident happened in July 2009 and both officers lied about what happened that night. Now police say that's what ultimately ended their careers. CBS 4 investigator Brian Moss first broke the story last night. Now he shows us the fallout from the firings.
The Denver diner video showing Officer Ricky Nixon macing a woman on her knees and already subdued by another officer. And the same officer throwing down handcuffed suspects.
A lawyer working with Officers Nixon and Devine said they will appeal to get their jobs back. The union president says he watched the tape hundreds of times and said the officers did everything exactly right. Boulder police are investigating an armed robbery near the University of Colorado. It happened along the bike path at the 700 block of Broadway. A 20-year-old man says he was walking when someone stepped out and confronted him. The police say the suspect pointed a handgun at the victim and demanded his wallet. The victim is suffering from minor injuries. Colorado State troopers are looking into what caused a fatal crash this morning. The crash happened in Adams County at 70th and Washington. 3 vehicles were involved. Police say a Ford pickup veered into the westbound lane, sideswiping a semi-truck. When the semi tried to avoid the truck, it hit another car and rolled over the guardrail. The 24-year-old driver of the car died, and the driver in the semi is being treated for serious injuries. Denver police say an argument between a man and a woman ended in a fatal stabbing. Police responded to a domestic situation at a home on Donald Street this morning. It happened at the Vantana Apartments. Officers found a woman suffering from stab wounds in the middle of the street.
Appears this incident started with a verbal confrontation inside the home and then came out into the street as the female was leaving the home and took place here.
The police arrested the suspect on scene and the victim later died at the hospital. Officers found 2 children unharmed in the home and now they're in the custody of social services. Police identified a body found in a suburban Denver park. The body is that of 21-year-old Tiffany Durst, who went missing months ago. The body was found in the spillway along the Cherry Creek Trail. Durst was last seen November 18th, just 3 days before her boyfriend was found shot to death. Neighbors were shocked by the news.
That's horrible. I can't believe it. I mean, the guy, they found him dead, you know, and then she was missing, you know, and they were looking for her. And now to find out her body's dead, that's scary.
Police believe Durst's body has been in the spillway since last November, and there are no suspects at this time in either of their deaths. The investigation of a suspected serial rapist is expanding in Colorado. Police are accusing Mark O'Leary of sexually assaulting women in Golden and Westminster. They even believe he attacked a woman in Washington state. The investigation continues into assaults in Colorado, but officials say the charges against O'Leary are racking up.
He's been charged with 28 counts, including sexual assault, burglary, kidnapping, theft, possession of burglary tools, stalking, and felony menacing, in addition to a few others.
Police found more than 100 pictures taken during O'Leary's assaults. The victims say he broke into their homes and surprised them while they slept. In some cases, he threatened them with a gun. A Jefferson County judge called O'Leary a tremendous danger to the community and set his bond at $5 million. Colorado lawmakers met today to hammer out details of a proposed state budget. The Senate approved an $18 million budget, but the measure faces tougher opposition in the House. Public schools face a cut of $250 million, likely resulting in teacher layoffs, larger class sizes, and shorter school weeks. House Democrats have indicated they are unhappy with the cuts to education. And a recent survey says the IRS is refunding the average taxpayer $3,000 this year. There are plenty of people having fun with that money, but the majority are planning to hold on to it. CBS 4 money saver Suzanne McCarroll shows us the best way to save that money.
Going to Vegas and Moab and just gonna hang out, take a little road trip.
Oh, my tax return, I'm gonna pay bills.
At the Liberty Tax Office, taxpayers.
And for those of you who haven't filed your taxes yet, you do get an extra few days this year. The deadline is April 18th instead of the 15th. Coloradans called for equal pay today. About 100 people gathered on the steps of the Capitol. The color red represents that pay for women and minorities is still in the red. Today is the day that most women and people of color have to work to in order to make the same as their male counterparts did last year. Equal pay among men and women has been a problem in this country for decades.
We have closed the wage gap some, but we've actually seen that it's only closed a half a penny a year. We see that women on average still make only 77 cents to the dollar that men make.
Women's wages are lagging 24% behind men's. Activists hope this event brought awareness to the public about pay gap issues. And scary moments on the tarmac at JFK Airport last night. Take a look at this. One plane actually clips another. Coming up on the CBS 4 Evening News, we'll show you how something like this could have happened. And mom may know best. She always told you an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Find out why researchers are now on board. And a little later in sports, we'll explain why one of Colorado's biggest football heroes is talking about golf today.